I got rolled up a little bit on like a play in the first quarter, so it was just like a caution type thing. I'm good though.
You were dancing after that last rushing touchdown pretty good on the sideline. Looked like your foot was okay then.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it hurts at like certain times, but like I'll be good.
I think a timeout was called, or maybe a penalty was thrown. You were back to field a punt, and you just kind of went crazy, like hyping up the crowd and stuff. Just kind of how fun was it to be out there in that atmosphere tonight?
It was super fun. I mean, to get away from the normal like orange and just see it like blacked out, and it's just like the energy it was just very center night, and then just like the way the offense did in the first half. I was just coming out, you gotta make mistakes and stuff like that, but we came out and just put our head down, pounded the ground, and we had a good week of practice. So it's like that's the thing we came out and talked about, just coming out and then starting fast, and then not only starting fast but finishing fast. So it was just so fun out there tonight. Just like it's always fun when you play BPS.
What was your perspective of Jaden Nixon's touchdown?
I didn't think he was gonna like have to break those tackles because he's so fast. So like when he broke him, we was like oh he's gone. So then he breaking those tackles was like icing on the cake because I knew he was gonna score, but I just didn't think they were gonna like touch him because he's so fast.
What about Blaine's touchdown?
Oh, I'm excited for him because I mean, coach told him he could score on that like play the entire week. Just him moving into a new position and then also still being in the slot. So I mean, I was not surprised when he scored when we called it play. I mean, I kind of knew that like I had a feeling that he might score, but I was not surprised at all because he does that every single day at practice. So I wasn't surprised. I was just happy for him.
What do you think his ceiling can be? For him being 18, he's a pretty big dude.
His ceiling can be as big as he wants it to be. I mean, he's very smart. He has a skill set to play at the wing position and to go out his slot, and then also the skill position to play out wide. So you can really put him everywhere, and he's a smart guy. He does everything right and stuff like that. So it isn't hard for coaches to coach players like that, especially when you have a ton of those, like him, his brother, Jaden Bray, all of them. When you have a ton of those people who you can just plug in anywhere and know they'll listen and they'll pay attention, all that stuff, it really gets easier on the coaches, and it just helps the team.
Brennan, when you look at how this offense has started to elevate, it seems like week to week, the defense continuing to do what the defense has done this year. Do you allow yourself to start thinking about what this season could be for you guys, or do you have to stay in the shell and not sort of think 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line sort of thing?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't think, outside of like whatever's going on. I mean, you see the games. I mean, we're in the hotel today and we see the OU Baylor game. So like, I mean, you're always gonna like, constantly, be thinking about like this and that, like potential scenarios and like all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, for those 3.5, 4 hours that you're on the field, then that's the only thing that matters. After the game, before the game, you can focus on anything you want. But for those 4 hours that you're on the field, then that should have your full attention. So I think as long as we attack every single game, and the rest of these games from now on, with just that mindset of like, let's do what we do and just go out there for those 4 hours, then I think we'll be okay.
Do you think this team has the guys to be able to do that? I mean, so far, I would say the evidence would say yes, but do you sense that you guys can insulate and do what you need to do in those moments?
Oh, we definitely have the guys, and we know, and we have faith in ourselves before anybody else was faith in us and just believes in us. So I think we definitely believe that we have the guys to come out and just do something special, and just have our goals right in front of us. We control our destiny. So I think just the fact that we believe in each other and stuff like that, don't get too highs on the highs, too lows on the lows, and we just come out and attack every single Saturday the same. I think we'll be all right.
What is having Barry Sanders around kind of throw into this game that was different from other games you've had?
I guess you could say like the mystique, like the aura. So it was like just like different than a normal game. I mean, if it was a normal game, then like it might feel like that, but just like with everything going on, people coming back in town for him, and just like just bringing attention to it. I mean, like you gotta love playing under like the night lights, 7 p.m. blackout. Like that's cool. So I mean, just the added mystique to the night. I think that was kind of cool.
You mentioned that it's fun to play here, but how much fun is this team having in general throughout practice week and everything?
I mean, we have so much fun. I mean, you can have fun on Saturdays, but I mean, we enjoy being around each other just like in general. So if we're not practicing or something like that, then we're eating together, like we're hanging out together. I mean, I went to go eat with, Kobe Pill, Tanner McAllister, CJ Tate, Jason Taylor, and Jar Bernard on like Thursday at Texas Roadhouse. So they're like, that's a group of DBs and I'm a receiver. So you probably think we never hang out, but it's just like the camaraderie on the team. So when we're out there, it's not just like, hey guy, you made a play. It's like, I'm happy for my guys that are out there, whether it's defense or offense, whether it's Blaine making a touchdown or Tay making a catch. It's not like, oh crap, like I'm not getting mine. It's we're all doing good and I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them as if I'm doing it. So I think that's what set us apart as far, I mean, I don't know about other teams, but just like the camaraderie, how close we are. I think like when you have that on a team and like knowing that I'm going to do whatever I can so that he succeeds and vice versa, I think you can do anything.
Those are some interesting personalities at that dinner. Kind of what did you guys talk about?
I don't know if it's, what is it, NFSW?
Oh, okay.
Nah, I'm just kidding. We kept it PG. Just talk about like, you know, a lot of things. I don't know.
Brennan, I'm sure you talk about that camaraderie. I mean, I'm sure that the structure that Coach Gundy set out enables some of that, but a lot of that I'm sure has to come from the players, like you guys wanting to have that. Where does that come from? Are there guys that you point to and say, we're that way because of this guy, that guy? Like they're like the leaders of that movement in the locker room?
I'm not like, I wouldn't say it's really like one or two guys that like certainly like glue everything together. I really just think it's, you know, personalities and mixing and just like, I don't know, I guess you can say like giving chance to like hang out. I mean, because most people, I mean, like I could say like the transfers, like for example, Jalen Warren. Like he's coming in, he hangs out with the Aussie brothers on the line, Tyron Irby, Zach Middleton. So it's not like he's just running backs. Now he's a transfer, so he easily could have came in and been like, oh, like I'm just gonna, you know, do my year and like get out. But he's, you know, integrating himself into a part of the team and just hanging out with the guys and being another guy. Like no one's too big for this team. So it's, I think when you put it like that, then like no one's too big for it. So like we all just feel like, you know, we're one, we're the same. So when we go out there, we don't feel different. If I mess up, like I had a fumble and a drop pass today. So it's like, they're not gonna get someone and be like, oh my gosh, like do better, like you gotta do this, like that. They're looking at me, they're smiling, telling me to smile. So it's like, they're telling me to do that, and it's vice versa, which is anybody. So I think that's what's really cool about this dude.
Brennan, how have you seen Spencer progress throughout these last few weeks, especially, you know, with his pocket presence? He looked pretty fluid back there.
I think that's, I don't think it's really progressed. I think everyone's just really good to see what he has been doing. I mean, a couple weeks ago, I know we talked about like all the receivers and everybody finally getting back. I think now you're just starting to see like what we can actually be with all the receivers. JB Richardson, he got in when I was out, and he made, you know, some spectacular plays. So I think just like people like that, just being able to like throw in pieces, and the train is still going, not taking out one piece and like it's stalling. So I think when you have more people at your disposal, for Spencer, you know, he's as talented as anybody in the country. So, you know, I'm not surprised by anything that he's doing. I'm just happy that everyone else is getting to see it.
You took that one pickup return from out of the end zone. Were you trying to match Braylon's return from last night, or what were you thinking?
Like, cause he kicked the first one with my drive, and like it was kind of hot, so I didn't want to go over there and then like it bounced off, so I let it go. The second one, I didn't really know like how I was gonna. He kicked it, and I was like, usually it like just carries, but I caught it, and I caught it delayed for a second, so I was like, in my head I was like, should I not? And then like I really just said F it, and I just like ran out. Because usually if they see me catch it in the end zone, they usually like stop. But I was like, I'll just go. I should have went in and went back out, and then outran the kicker. So I know I'm gonna get messed for that in film tomorrow.
Anything else? How's this week gonna be between you and Gunner with the alma maters facing off in the semifinals?
I've already started my trash talking. I started that today. Probably gonna make some friendly bets. Can I say that? Can I? NIL?
Probably.
I don't know. I'm making some bets. Whether it's, yeah, we'll make some bets for sure. And then we're gonna watch the game, and I'm gonna be talking trash during the game. I'm gonna talk trash after the game. So basically, do not let me down. I'm gonna do all my can. I'm gonna talk trash.
Bets on candy.
Yes, most likely. Candy or a meal. I eat a lot now. I may be small, but I eat.
I gotta know. Can you Give me a rough estimate how many times in a game you get the ball, you say F it and do something.
Maybe like 80%.
80%.
80%. I mean, it's all. Most of the time you get the ball, it's like, all right, drop step, run this way, run that way. But like sometimes I'm like, all right, this guy is not doing that. He's not doing like what you're supposed to do. So I just like, man, like that power turn. I was supposed to go left, but I ran left, and I was like, I don't know about that. So I went back right. I should not have ran right into a number 11 and got flipped over. But yeah, maybe like 80%. They probably don't want to hear that, but